So you're thinking about buying a new construction home in the northwest part of San Antonio, but don't know where to start. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the top 4 new construction communities, in my opinion, on the northwest side of town. Let's get after it right now. If this is your first time to our channel and you would like to know everything there is to know about living in San Antonio and its surrounding areas, make sure you subscribe or tap the bell for more notifications to ensure that you are one of the first to be notified when we bring you new market updates. My name is Katie Powers, and my husband Stephen Garza and I get phone calls and emails from people just like you every single day who are looking to buy or sell real estate or relocate into the San Antonio market. Whether you're 6 days or 6 months away from making your transition, we would absolutely love to hear from you. All of our information is listed right below, and Steve and I would be honored to be your realtors of choice. Now let's dive into the northwest part of San Antonio and look at these top 4 new construction communities. Now here's San Antonio on a map. I like to go over San Antonio as a whole to really get you a clear picture of what I mean by Northwest San Antonio. Now, I will like to throw out there are a lot of new construction communities in the Northwest area, probably more than I could cover in any one video, to be honest with you. But these are the top 4 communities that I get phone calls and emails on, and I tend to be showing out in these communities a lot. So I wanted to make sure we featured these top 4 because they are selling like crazy. And if you are interested in that area, you might want to get in on it. So overall, San Antonio on a map looks like a big circle. We have your outer loop of 1604 and we have your inner loop of 410. So 410's here, 1604 goes all the way out. Now, I believe every real estate agent and honestly every local in San Antonio is going to have a little different idea of where we draw the quadrants on northwest to west to north to northeast to east, right? So even Steve and I have disagreements on this, but for the sake of this video, I want to show you what I am covering because that is all that matters. No, I'm just kidding. That's what matters for this video. And I want to make sure you get a clear picture of exactly what I'm talking about. So we are going to be covering Northwest. Now, as you can see, even Google isn't really sure. We have Northwest up here as it's labeled, and then we have Northwest down here. And then we have Far West over here. So really it's up to you and where you decide to draw the lines. Today, I am actually going a little more west than northwest on 2 communities and then a true northwest and the 2 other. But we are going to be starting in between Bandera, which is also known as 16, Bandera Road, and we're also going to be coming out here on Potrinco Road. So I'm going to be covering communities in this area. Now, all your new build communities, I keep saying superlatives and I tend to get caught in them because people catch me in them. So let me rephrase that. The majority of new construction is going to be outside of the 1604 area headed towards Medina Lake, okay? Which is over here. This is Medina Lake. So I say most because are there new construction inside 1604? Absolutely, but it's very few and far between. And for the sake of majorities, the majority is going to be outside of 1604. You're outside of 1604, you're outside of what is annexed into San Antonio city limits, so your taxes are normally much lower outside of 1604 as well. So let me just throw that out there. So the first community that we're going to jump into is off of Schoenfeld Road. This community, as we zoom in, is honestly one of my tops. And I actually just had a client from YouTube came in last weekend and we went out there and we're writing a contract in Davis Ranch because this is such a great community. So you have 1604 here and then you hit Schoenfeld Road. Now at this intersection right here, which is Schoenfeld and FM 1560. FM 1560 takes you into Helotes. This road turns into Galm Road. So I know that can get confusing. I'm gonna continue to call it Schoenfeld Road because that is where you exit from 1604. But please know, I am well aware that it changes into Galm Road. I'm just trying to keep it as least confusing as possible. So Schoenfeld does change into Galm Road right here at this intersection. You also have a really nice neighborhood Walmart right here in the corner. Your closest HEB is going to be off of Culebra in 1604, so it is a little bit of a drive. But I've had quite a few clients talk about they like to be close to a grocery store wherever they choose to live. So you do have a Walmart that has groceries right here, just down the road. So Davis Ranch is going to be off Schoenfeld / Galm Road, technically off Galm Road in this part of the road. And so we're gonna zoom in here, show you a little closer picture of it. And as you're coming down Schoenfeld that turns into Galm, you are actually gonna turn into Davis Ranch. This is Davis Ranch. That sounds crazy, right? Because there's another neighborhood right here. That's Brycewood. But this is Davis Ranch. And this neighborhood is one of my favorites because of so many reasons. But the top is there are five different builders in Davis Ranch. There is a home for every price point in this neighborhood. You have Centex, which is going to be your lower priced homes. They are starting at $350. So you can get into Davis Ranch at $350. Centex new build home. They're very pretty. Now, this is an inventory builder. Centex does not allow you to choose options. You do not get to choose your lot and then build on it. They build the homes. You go check out their inventory, whether it's almost completed or completed, and write your offer. Now, Centex is offering a ton of incentives. So if you are interested in that price point, definitely let me know, reach out, and we will make sure we get you the most up-to-date incentives. Also in Davis Ranch is Pulte Homes. Now, Pulte and Centex are the same, owned by the same company. However, Pulte builds just a higher level of home. Now, when I say that, higher priced home, higher finish outs, I am not saying their construction is better than Centex. They're the same. They're both great. It's a one big good company, right? They're just built at different price levels so that you can accommodate different price ranges. So Pulte is starting at $400. Now, do they have some homes at $389? Yes, they are smaller one stories, but Pulte allows you to pick your lot and build. Now they do have a lot of lots available, and the reason why we really want to hit on Davis Ranch is there is a whole new phase that is opening up at end of November, early December. So lots are already starting to get released in the next 2 weeks. So you definitely want to jump in. It is the last phase that is opening up in Davis Ranch. So if this neighborhood catches your eye, then you definitely want to reach out to Steve and I so we can make sure that we secure you a lot or a home in Davis Ranch. So again, we have Pulte starting at $400. They go all the way up to $600. $600 is their highest priced home. Most of their homes are going to end at $550. But you can build very beautiful homes with Pulte in Davis Ranch. Then you have Highland Homes, one of my favorites. Our client is contracting on that this week. So Highland Homes has multiple sized lots. You have the 45-foot lot. Then you have the 50-foot lot. Then you have the 60-foot lot, and the new phase opening up is going to have, amazingly, a 70-foot lot. So what do I mean by the measurements of these lots? All this means is the frontage of your lot. It does not mean the depth of your lot. It only means the frontage. So what it means for you to really understand is how much space you have in between your neighbors. If you're on a 70-foot lot, you have a lot of space between your neighbors. You also have a wider lot to build a larger 1-story or a 3 to 4 car garage. It gives you more opportunity because you have a wider lot to build on. If you're building on a 45-foot lot, they are A, more affordable because it's a smaller lot, and B, the home can only be so big. So can you have big homes on 45-foot lots? Yes, they're just 2-story. It's hard to build a large 1-story unless it's shotgun home, right? And takes up the whole lot. So 45-foot lots, the largest 1-story you're gonna see on there is usually about a 2,000 to 2,100 square foot home. Otherwise, it's gonna be 2-story, and then you can get large, but you're gonna have a very small backyard and your neighbors are gonna be closer. Now, homes on the 45-foot lot with Highland are starting at $400,000. As you go up in size lot, they are going to get more expensive. On the 70-foot lot, they are starting at $800K. Now, their base price on a lot on 70-foot, you could get in at $750, but I'm trying to be realistic for you. Once you go to design, you're gonna end up at minimum at $800K on a 70-foot lot. The 50s and 60s are in between. So usually 50s start at $450 and can go up to $600, and the 60s start usually around $500 and go up from there. So it really just depends on the size lot. Now the winner here is you have lots of options. Highland is bringing those new lots out any day now. That's all we're waiting for my client to build on their 45-foot lot. Now, another great thing about this community and being with Highland is this community backs up to Government Canyon. So this all over here is a state park. So all of these lots, this is back where the new area just was developed and they're gonna start building on. A lot of these lots back up to Government Canyon. So you will have a greenbelt view forever. It is a state park. It is not going to change. So also why we want to bring this video to you, because a lot of these builders have lots. Highland is one of them that back up to the greenbelt. So if you want one of those lots, you definitely need to give us a call soon, because I guarantee you those lots aren't going to last long. Next builder from Highland is David Weekley. I don't know that we have brought you a David Weekley home on our page yet, but David Weekley builds a gorgeous home. And again, they're semi-custom just like Highland. So they also have 45-foot lots, 50-foot lots, 60-foot lots. My handwriting is horrible on this mouse. And 70-foot lots. So Highland and David Weekley are going to be the only builders in this community with 70-foot lots. They have never had a 70-foot lot available in Davis Ranch. This is the first time on this last phase that they are going to be opening up 70-foot lots. That's huge and awesome, because you can build a really great 1-story on a 70-foot lot. So David Weekley pricing is very similar to Highland, and honestly, you can't go wrong with either builder. They're gonna have different finish outs, they're gonna have great materials. You are gonna build a phenomenal home with either one. Both are offering great incentives. The only thing I can say is if you wanna go to David Weekley today, as of September 2024, they are renovating their model homes. So their goal is to renovate their model homes to be able to be ready for these new lots that are opening up in December, to show you what they're building now. Because every so often, builders will upgrade their options or show different options that come with their home. So they are currently renovating them, but I am positive here in the next month they will be back open, because they need to sell homes. So they do still have some lots that are 50s and 60s available in the older, I don't even want to say older because it hasn't even been built, but they have lots available and homes available, inventory homes available today if you want to go see a David Weekley today. But you will have more lots available come November. Now that we have gone over 4 builders, right? Syntex, Pulte, Highland, and David Weekley. So the 5th builder is Coventry. So Coventry is also in here. They have 45 and 50-foot lots in there. They're building beautiful homes as well. Their price points start at $399 and go up. Their most expensive home I have seen is $480, but you'll just want to check. Now, I will say, when we were there the other day, is Coventry has a lot of inventory homes. They're not necessarily building from ground up in this neighborhood. Now they will, they only have a few lots left, but they have noticed for them as a builder that they sell their inventory better than having somebody come and build it from scratch. So they have a lot of inventory homes, and from what they were telling me, you can negotiate price. Now, this is one of the only builders, not to say that we don't try to negotiate price on new builds. Usually on new builds, we negotiate incentives on your behalf, but on Coventry, they are willing to negotiate sales price, which is a big deal. So if you are looking for a really nice new build home, but $399 is pushing your budget, Coventry is one that we could probably get that price down $15,000 to $20,000 as of today, September 2024. Now again, markets change. So if they start to sell these puppies really fast, that might change. But if you're interested in it here before 2025, you can most likely get a really good deal on a Coventry home in Davis Ranch. Now, Davis Ranch has 2 schools at the entrance, the main entrance, I should say. So your main entrance is here. You have Folks Middle School on this side, and you have an elementary on this side at the entrance. You also have the new high school just down the road a little bit on this road, and you come straight in here, and then the new high school is over here. So as you can see, if you are in Davis Ranch, you are very, very close to elementary, middle school, and high school. Walking distance, definitely to the elementary and high school. Easy drive for any high schooler, and you, mom, who drive all the time. I drive my high schooler all the time. I'm so excited for him to get his driver's license. But it's a drive for where we are. So I am really jealous of this easy drive to the high school. So you have all 3 schools very close. They are all very new schools, meaning they are new schools in the last 10 years. They're rated really high. They've got great new technology within the schools. Definitely want to check out the school ratings on your own for sure. As a licensed realtor, I cannot advise you on schools. Definitely do your due diligence, but I will say they are rated very well. This is in North ISD, these schools. So great rated schools. Now, the other thing that Davis Ranch has is a 1.85 tax rate. Isn't that beautiful? 1.85, that is primo tax rate. You are not in San Antonio city limits, so you do get that lower tax rate out there. So keep that in mind when you're looking for a home. Now, let's dive into neighborhood number 2 on my favorite list in the northwest part of town, and that is Stillwater Ranch. Now, I'm not going far on this map, I'll tell you that right now, because Stillwater Ranch is huge. So I'm gonna move this over so you can just see more centrally. There we go. So on the map, Stillwater Ranch actually shows you it's here. Now, this neighborhood has been around for a while and it just keeps growing. It is massive. So Stillwater Ranch starts here and literally goes here. I think those are the lines. Don't get mad at me if they're not, but I'm pretty sure that's it. So do some neighborhoods come in off 1560 in here? I might have a little, it might be, this is Stillwater Parkway, so it does come over here. Actually, I think these lines are crazy. There's a few other neighborhoods in there. They're smaller. Stillwater Ranch is massive. They have 2 different HOA community centers. And just to jump over to Davis Ranch has one right now, but they're under construction on the second one on that back end of the neighborhood. So if you do build on those newer lots, you will have a community center closer to you. And the HOA in Davis Ranch is only $450 a year. That's another big benefit. It's a very inexpensive HOA and it's great. So back to Stillwater Ranch, you do have two community centers. You have one here in the front and they are building all back here. So you have a second community center back here. Now the HOA for Stillwater Ranch is $660 a year. So it's a little higher, but it is a much bigger neighborhood. Now I'm gonna adjust this map here because as you can see, it is also off of Gom Road. All of the new lots that they have available to build is gonna be on this back section of Stillwater Ranch. They're not building on the front end anymore. It's already built out. Now, if you want a pre-owned home, there are a lot of great options in Stillwater Ranch in the front part of the neighborhood up here. I even have a listing in here, actually right over here. So great options for pre-owned as well. But as far as the back part of Stillwater Ranch, where they are currently building back here, you have three builders. You have Chesmar Homes, beautiful homes. You have Perry Homes, also another amazing option. And you have Coventry Homes. So while Coventry is also building in Davis Ranch, it is actually a different product that they're building in Stillwater Ranch. So Davis Ranch is considered a little higher end, which when you drive through it, you will see. Stillwater is a phenomenal neighborhood as well. Prices are just a little lower, which is great. Affordability, right? So Perry Homes is in here and they have 40-foot lots. So just a little smaller lot. Now they predominantly are building inventory homes in this neighborhood, but what I will tell you is to get in with a Perry home and be under $450 is a win. Most Perry homes start at $500 and go up. So to be able to get in to a Perry home, $450 and below, they really are like $399 to $475. $450 is like your sweet spot for Stillwater Ranch. It's amazing. Now they have 1 stories, they have 2 stories. They did let us know most of the homes they sell in this area are 2 stories, but they have a great 1751 square foot 1 story. It is one of their models. It's a great model. A 3-bedroom with an office. If you want to tour that home, make sure you check out our Stillwater Ranch vlog because we actually tour all the models from Chesmar, Perry, and Coventry in that video. So you can check out that model. So Perry was going to be around $450. That's going to be your sweet spot for those homes. And then you have Chesmar, which they have 2 different series. So they have the townhomes. This is really cool. They have the townhomes at Stillwater Ranch, and they are regular homes, 2-story, 2,200 to 2,400 square feet, but they're actually like split level. So when you enter, you have stairs going down and stairs going up, and you share a driveway. So you do have a 2 full-car garage. You do have your own little driveway, but when you pull in, there are 4 homes that share the 1 entrance in. So it's actually a really cool concept. We don't have that really anywhere else in San Antonio, at least that I'm aware of, but it's a really cool way because these homes are starting at $350. So to get into a 2,200 new build Chesmar built home, which is a Texas builder, they're a really beautiful builder, at $350 is amazing. They are beautiful built homes. Again, check out our Stillwater vlog to really get a tour of one of those homes. They have lots of different floor plans for those townhomes. But if you want low maintenance, not really having to deal with yards, this is a great way to get into a home, become a homeowner, and not have to deal with a yard. And they're directly across the street from the community center. So very easy walk to the pool and the little playground. It's pretty cool. So that is one of Chesmar's products. Then they have regular homes they have 40, well, I didn't mean to do a dollar sign, sorry. They have 40-foot lots, 50-foot lots in this community, and they have different price points. So it's gonna start at $400,000 and it's gonna go up to about $500,000. Now, Chesmar specializes in build on your lot. They are semi-custom. You pick their floor plans and then you can choose the flooring, the paint, the backsplash, the countertops, all of that stuff you get to choose, which is why it's semi-custom. Semi-custom means you get to choose your finish outs in the home, but Chesmar chooses the floor plan. So you can choose of their floor plans that they have, but you cannot move walls around and add closets, and that's full custom. Chesmar's not gonna do that. But they will allow you to choose your flooring and that type of thing. Normally Perry does, but in this community in Stillwater, at the pricing they are giving you at Stillwater, they are just doing inventory. Chesmar and Coventry are the only ones that will allow you to build and do semi-custom in Stillwater. So you do have options there. Chesmar has two models for you to look at, a 2-story and a 1-story there. They're both beautiful, great homes. They do have a new phase opening up in the next 2 months. So November, December is the time to jump on these two. They are gonna be on the back entrance off of Galm Road, or Shanefield, whatever you want to call it, Galm Shanefield, and they're going to be in this back area. Now it does have the same entrance into this high school, so just keep that in mind. But very close, again, very close to schools. You have the high school here, you have the elementary here, and the middle school here. So if you are in Stillwater Ranch on the back end, you're routed to these schools. Very fast, very easy, very great. And then you have Coventry. Now Coventry is building on this very back part. Their models are actually right here as soon as you pull in. And they have two models. They have their 70-foot lots and then they have their 50-foot lots. Both are great. Now I will say their bigger 1-story on this lot, oh, it's such a beautiful floor plan. I absolutely love it. Lots of flex rooms, so if you want an office, you want an additional game room, you've got lots of flex space in there, and Coventry really builds a beautiful product with the beams and things like that. Now these homes are starting, the least expensive one that I saw when I was there the other day was $639,000, and it did go up to $679,000. So not a huge spread there, but they are big lots, they are big houses. You can build a 1-story or a 2-story on those lots. If you build a 1-story, you're not gonna have much backyard because that thing was massive, but it's beautiful. So if you build a 2-story, you may have a little bit more backyard. On the 50-foot, they were starting at $450,000. So, you really can't go wrong with any of these builders. Again, Coventry, Perry, or Chesmar, they're all great builders in Stillwater Ranch. So those are our top 2 communities, Davis Ranch and Stillwater Ranch. Now, let me zoom out and show you. This is what I was saying. You could call that north. This is definitely northwest. You could call the next homes truly just far west. But for the sake of this video, they really do fall into the northwest category. They are outside of 1604. Our number 3 community is Weston Oaks. So Weston Oaks starts really here and goes all the way here. So Weston Oaks has a ton of builders. Now in this community, you have Perry Homes, you have Highland Homes, you have David Weekley, you have View Homes, and Sitterly has been known to build in there as well. So again, this one is a little different because you have Weston Oaks, and then you have like Sitterly building in like the reserve at Weston Oaks. And then you have David Weekley building in their own little, kind of nook in Weston Oaks as well. So you have lots of options. This is another one where they will meet your price point. So if you were looking for a lower end price point where you want to get into Weston Oaks, say around 400, then you have View Homes, which is actually a newer builder in the area, and they build great homes. So I just want to show you, let's switch over here to MLS. This is what is for sale new construction in Weston Oaks. So you can see you can get in at 400,000. This is View Homes, a 4-3, so 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2,200 square feet. You still get the stone. Now this is big for me, and it may not be for you, but I just gotta say, I have a hard time when my clients want to build a really expensive home, like 400 to 450, and there's no stone or brick on the front. It's a preference. I really think the stone and brick gives your home a really great view. It's really good curb appeal, and it's good for resale. So View Homes is building, look, you've got the stone, you still have the siding, it's very cute, but at least you have some stone on it. And they do the tile that looks like wood, so it's very pretty. As you can see, they put granite in. They even put handles or finish outs on these cabinets, which doesn't happen. Not a lot of builders do that. So they build a great home, very beautiful. This is big, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath. It's a good space. Look at that game room. They even have a little desk nook for you at 400,000. Now they have a lot of incentives as well, which we will definitely go over with you if you're interested. This one has all the bedrooms upstairs. They do have other options though, but if you were looking in that price point right around 400, View Homes has got some great homes for you and to be built homes in Weston Oaks. Let me make sure I get you the right neighborhood. In Weston Oaks. So they are building on the back end. Just some food for thought. This is further down Petranco. So you just want to make sure that you gauge this traffic. One of the reasons why Weston Oaks made our top 4 list is because, let me zoom out here so you can see, it is closer to 1604. So Petranco Road. So Weston Oaks is off of 1604 and Petranco Road. So now, we have gotten hit up on this on so many videos. Let me just be very, very transparent. Traffic is relative. Depending on what you're used to, this traffic could be nothing for you. If you're coming from a small town and you're not used to traffic, you're gonna hate it. I'm just saying it right there. Davis Ranch and Stillwater are gonna have less traffic than Weston Oaks or anything for that matter off Petranco. Now the positive about Weston Oaks is it's the Highland and Perry homes are right off of Goosenbacher right here. So it is only a mile and a half to 1604. So the amount of traffic is very limited. Now, you have a Costco over here. You have an H-E-B right here. You have, gosh, every fast food under the moon all along here. Now, and they've even added this little road here that hits Petranco. This is like shopping center. It has all kinds of restaurants and shopping like TJ Maxx and stuff like that. So you have a lot of congestion in that area because it's a lot of commercial. Then you have all of these neighborhoods that are built off of Petranco that are feeding onto this road. So while some of them will go down into 90, they will take that shortcut. If they're further out Petranco, they're just gonna cut down to 11 to 90 and bypass all of the Petranco traffic. If you are closer into 1604, you're most likely gonna sit on it. Now, the reason for this traffic is A, a lot of homes, B, a lot of commercial, C, stoplights. I can't help it. I'm being very transparent. Now, the timing is gonna depend on the time of day. I do have a beautiful client that came from YouTube, which we appreciate you guys. that are under contract in Weston Oaks, and she has driven that multiple times and knows what the traffic looks like. So it's really one of those things where I'm gonna tell you it takes 10 to 15 minutes to get to 1604 if you're going at 8 a.m. Could there have been an accident? Could the lights be not timed? Could it take you 20? Yeah, but it really just depends where you're coming from on Potranco. So could you cut up Gusenbacher and go Military Drive-In? Yeah. Could you come down Gusenbacher and come down to 90? Yeah, there's other ways. But I just want to make sure it's very clear to you. I'm not BSing you. I'm not making stories up. The traffic is relative. To somebody from LA, New York, these clients are coming from San Diego, they know traffic. So 15 minutes to a main freeway is nothing. You're still moving. You're not dead stopped unless you're at the stoplight. So the traffic really is relative, but for the sake of transparency and honesty, and all of you that like to leave comments about traffic, this Potranco Road is congested. It just is. They've extended it. They're continuing to extend it. So it will get better over time, but the truth of the matter is it's where San Antonio's been growing. The taxes are less out here. So you just have a lot of people living out here. It's close to Lackland Air Force Base. You got a lot of military in the area. So the truth of the matter is it's just congested. It is what it is. Just want to put that out there. But overall, it's a great area, beautiful homes. You want new construction. This is just where the new construction is building, is out here. So all that to say, it's up to you. But if you want information on these homes, they are great prices, beautiful homes, great area. Okay, I digress. We won't talk about traffic anymore because it genuinely tends to get people riled up. So here at Weston Oaks, what I love about it is price points and close to everything. You have a Walmart over here, you have an HEB, you have all the fast food you could possibly want. So you're outside the city limits. The tax rate here is 1.83. So it's even less than Davis Ranch and Stillwater, a little north. So that tax rate you literally can't beat. And honestly, why everybody's moving out there, right? Like, you need to go out, drive till you can buy is the saying that I was always told when I first got into real estate. So when you have a lower tax rate, it makes that mortgage payment be lower. So all of that is a win. Now, Weston Oaks has a community center, and they also have all of these great builders. So Perry Homes and Highland Homes are in this section over here. They are 55-foot lots, so you get space. You got a nice sized lot. You can build good sized homes. They're building a very large 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-story. It's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. And it's got 2 bedrooms upstairs, the primary and a guest suite downstairs, along with an office, a formal dining, a media room. It's really got everything you could possibly need in this home. So absolutely stunning home. And the price point for Perry is going to be starting at $500, and it's going to go up to about $700. Now, when I say $700, that is what I mean with your upgrades. So Perry's offering lots of great incentives, up to $30,000 off. You can use that design, whatever you want. But usually in design, if your house is, $600, you're going to end up at $650, $640. It just depends what you want in the home. So it can go up to $700. That's going to be their biggest floor plan. So you'll definitely want to take a look at that. And then you have Highland Homes, which is also in this area. And they are also on 50-foot lots. And Highland Homes is starting a little lower priced, still building a great home. Highland and Perry are very equal on the playing field for builders and their finish outs, quality, all of those things. They're both great builders. And that price point is starting $450K and going up to $700. Again, that's with finish outs. If you want painted brick and all of the, gas sconces and all the extras, you're gonna hit 700. But the cool thing about this neighborhood is they really separate out the builders. So you do have Perry and Highland over here, and then you have a whole section that's just David Weekley, and you have View Homes over here, and you have Sitterly over here. So they've kind of separated them out so the quality matches the price points. So you're not going to have View Homes that are selling at 400,000 mixed in with a Highland 650. So they separate them so that you can hold those values and keep rising your values as the whole neighborhood increases. So overall, great neighborhood, great HOA. You have lots of opportunity. Highland and Perry are almost finished building out, but there are a ton of inventory homes in this neighborhood for all builders. Sitterly has 1 or 2. They're almost out. David Weekley has 5 or 6. They're almost finished out. But Perry and Highland have inventory homes, but they also have lots that you can still build on. View Homes has a lot of lots. They have 45-foot lots, which are going to be your least expensive, and then they have 55-foot lots that you can build from scratch with View Homes. So the cool thing about View Homes is you can get in at $399, as you could see on MLS, and you could probably massage that price a little bit, to be honest with you, in today's market. But you can build on their 55-foot lots, and pricing in there is going to go north of 500, not much higher than 500, to be honest with you. So you could get a 55-foot lot built and still stay at 450 if you wanted to, all in Weston Oaks. Now, last but not least, I am going to show you our 4th and final neighborhood, but I just want to make it very clear, once again, with traffic, we're going further down Potranco. So this is why it is the last neighborhood. Not because the homes in there aren't beautiful. They're all beautiful, to be honest with you. And this neighborhood that we're about to go into is absolutely stunning, great price for what it is. I mean, these homes are beautiful, but there is more congestion and more traffic. So my thought for this neighborhood is if you don't have to go Potranco into 1604, this is an amazing neighborhood for you, because 1604 is here. You're gonna come down Potranco, past Weston Oaks. You're gonna keep going all the way to here. So as you can see, it is miles from 1604. Now, as I zoom in, you're gonna see there is an alternate route. So you have 211 here. This is a great road. 211 is gonna shoot you straight down to I-90. So if you work at Lackland, Boeing, Port of San Antonio, any of those things that are a little more South San Antonio, this neighborhood is perfect for you because you can jump straight down 211 and bypass all of Potranco traffic. Great home prices, great beautiful homes. Almost every single lot in this neighborhood is a greenbelt lot. And they just put in this brand new massive HEB. So you are close to groceries, close to fast food. They have like a Starbucks, they have all kinds of coffee stuff, fast food on Potranco now. And this, sorry, my mouse went crazy, in this area. So all of Potranco has grown, right? We've got tons of houses, which then brings lots of commercial, but it's predominantly residential. But when you get closer to 211, you've got a huge HEB there. You've got lots of fast food and coffee. And if I had to guess, 211 going north is gonna start having a lot more commercial as well. It's really just exploding out here. There are still a lot of neighborhoods that are even further west out here, like Redbird Ranch, Potranco Run, Potranco Acres. Potranco Acres is cool because you can get half-acre lots, but you still have things more west. So all of you telling me that Potranco is too busy, they're still building and people are still buying. So it's not that horrible unless you are coming from somewhere where you're not used to traffic. But I am saying all of this to say Potranco is busy. So if you're closer to the 211 and you can shoot down and you have no need to go through the Potranco traffic, even better. So all of that to say, our fourth and final neighborhood is Stevens Ranch. No, this is not named after my husband, but it should be because it's a really nice neighborhood. So you have Stevens Ranch right here, which is here, right at the entrance, H-E-B. So you have H-E-B here, you have the UPS store, there's like a whole little commercial, you know, a whole bunch of things. Shopping center, that's what I was looking for. H-E-B, and then H-E-B owns all of that, and they have a little shopping center in there. So you've got lots of stuff here. And then down this is Stevens Parkway, comes into Stevens Ranch right here. Okay, so Stevens Ranch is a Perry home community. It only has the one builder in here. Now you do have a new elementary school right here, which is really great. You are still in Bexar County here. If you go further west, you're gonna be right on that line of Medina County and Bexar County. So when you go further west, like Redbird Ranch, you definitely have to check school districts to make sure you are where you want. Can't really go wrong either way, but some people prefer North ISD to Medina County schools. So either way, do your research, but this is still in Bexar County in North ISD. You have an elementary right down the road. You have Bernal Middle School right there, and the high school isn't far either. So all of your schools, again, they're newer because San Antonio just recently started building out here in the last 10, 15 years. So the schools are newer, they're rated really well, but as you can see now that I cleaned them out, they are very close. Now this neighborhood is small, but what I love about it is the majority of all of these lots are greenbelt. So you're really getting a beautiful view as well as a beautiful home. Perry is building in here. Let me just show you some of their inventory from 550 to 640 is their sweet spot. And the tax rate out here, again, is a little less than Weston Oaks, surprisingly at 1.82. It's not that much different, but it is different. But as you can see, they're building, these are 55-foot lots. They are larger lots, and you can get more bang for your buck than at Weston Oaks. It's just a little further out west, but you're getting more home for less price. So this is 550, and it is a, there it is, it wasn't letting me get my thing. 2,500 square feet at 550, and it is absolutely stunning Perry home. It is a 1-story, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. So to have a 1-story, 2,500 square feet, that's a large home. And to have it on one lot, you have to have a large width lot. So of course, these are just renderings because this home is not built. On these inventory homes, Perry's gonna have pre-selected some design for you to see if you get in on this home prior to it building, you can make some changes. But you do have a absolutely beautiful amenity center. Gosh, the word was not coming to me. So you have all the great things here at Stevens Ranch, and this is like the least expensive home at $550, and it's beautiful, it's big, it's really nice. So the key is 55-foot lots are really great. You usually can't get 55 lots much cheaper than $550. So this is a really great deal. Here's another one, this is 2,900 square feet or 3.5. So it's even larger, 1-story. And this one, you're gonna get the game room, you're gonna get an office, plus the 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. So again, just a rendering because it's not built yet. But you have a lot of great homes in the Stevens Ranch area that are Perry, which seems to be a fave for our fans here on YouTube, on Lifestyles of San Antonio. So Perry builds a really beautiful home, and this neighborhood doesn't have that many lots. It's more of a smaller community. So your HOA is $540 a year. So not crazy expensive. But again, you come out of the neighborhood and you have your grocery store, you have your Starbucks right across the street. You have 211 here, which is gonna give you a straight shot down to 90. So let me just kind of show you that. Stevens Ranch is here. That's the entrance to Stevens Ranch. Petranco 211 comes straight down here to 90. 90 jumps right in. You've got, this is 1604, and then right here, let me zoom out a little more for you so you can see. Move it over a little bit. There we go. So Stevens Ranch here, Petranco 211 comes all the way down to 90. This is 1604. This is Lackland Air Force Base. So you can come in the back way into Lackland down here, or you can come into 290 and come down here and come in. Lots of entrances to Lackland, let's just say. But then the Port of San Antonio is just a little further east off 290. So like I said, if you don't have to go through Petranco and do all of this and the stoplight, stoplight, stoplight with all the congestion, and you can bypass that and just drop in 211 to 90, Stevens Ranch is a great option to get an absolutely stunning home, low tax rate, greenbelt views. It's just a win all around. So with all of that being said, I just showed you the top 4 new construction communities in the Northwest, west to northwest. So I hope this was helpful. If you liked any of it, please feel free to reach out. All of our information is listed below. Last point I want to make. If you want to build from scratch, you have to be reaching out at least 7 months. I shouldn't say at least. At the most, 7 to 8 months. It takes these builders 6 to 7 months to build. So if you have a date in your head of when you want the keys to move in, count back 7 months and call Steve and I. Then we can really help find the right community for you, the right builder, the right lot, and get you contracted on a home of your dreams. We can do all of that. We will walk you through beginning to end. If you're not sure if new construction is the way you want to go, check out our new construction versus pre-owned. We give you a lot of our knowledge on why people choose new construction versus pre-owned and vice versa. It just gives you a really good checklist to go through of your wants to see where you lie. Can you get more bang for your buck on a pre-owned? Absolutely, it's pre-owned. But if you want a new construction, there are a lot of benefits to owning a new construction home as well. Lots of warranties, lots of things that are brand new that you won't have to fix for a long time. So lots of wins either way, but if new construction is the way you want to go and you want to get more information on any of these neighborhoods or any other new construction neighborhoods in San Antonio, please feel free to reach out to us. If you have any questions at all, we are happy to answer them.